Is that it?
We did it. We did it.
But you see, the thing I forgot was to press record. So now that we're recording, I'm going to let Kathleen into the meeting, and then we are going to do it one more time. Okay? Is everyone ready? Countdown from 5. And does anyone watch Rachel Hollis? This is a very Rachel Hollis thing, okay? Please do it like no one is watching. Are we ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go back. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. Right till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can hold us. Like the ceiling can hold us.
Okay. Breath. We are going to start.
I'm like sweating.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. So, I'm going to screen share. I'm hoping you can still see my face. If you can't, just picture me while I'm talking. My name is Kathleen Meehan. If you haven't met me already, that is my name. I'm 25 years old. I started coaching. I am out of breath. I started coaching when I was 22. I was a undergrad student. I don't know. I didn't know what was going on in my life. I didn't know what I planned on doing. So I was like, yeah, sign me up. I'm a dog mom of a rescue, Roxy. If you don't know her, you should look me up just for her. And I'm also just like a hardcore grandma. If you don't know who I am, it's hard to explain, but I basically have the personality of the 75-year-old woman, which is funny, I promise. I'm an autism support worker. I work full-time between a couple different organizations and families, also while coaching. So my normal day is usually like anywhere from 3 to 6 different jobs. I could be running around anywhere. And so to have the ability to work whenever I can from my phone usually involves like 35-minute sessions. Or some days I might be able to do a full hour, who knows. But like I said, I coach part-time as well, and it works really well with my schedule. Also doing an online master's, so why not? If you can't do it, like if I can do it, anyone can do it. My family has a hardcore motorsports addiction. Pretty much all of my family members, along with their significant others, either race cars in circles or down long tracks at high speeds, which means we pretty much spend every evening from May to September in a race shop and every weekend somewhere in the Maritimes at a racetrack. And so that's kind of our fun hobby that we do. We really enjoy it. And finally, I'm a hardcore introvert. To be here talking to you all is filling my cup, I promise, but it's not a skill that comes easily to me. But personally, I love social media for the fact that I can talk to you all, but I don't actually have to like stand close to you unless I want to, and hug you if I want to. But social media is so good for any type of personality. So I thought it was important to share income progressions just because Beachbody can be anything that you want it to be based on your goals. Some people sign up for the 25% discount. Some people sign up to pay for their own supplements. Some people just want fun money. And some people, I have a chat. Who wants me? I can't see it, so you're gonna have to wait. And some people want to make an income, like a full-time income, like they want to quit their jobs. So I just wanted to show you that for the first 3 years, I was very hobby-esque. I worked this business for fun money, but this year I've decided to level up my time investment in this business, and it's going to be a much bigger income than I'm used to, but that also means more hard work from me. So as you can see, just in the first 4 months of the year, I've pretty close to cutting it for like the year's worth of income in previous years, which is very, very exciting. Finally, I know I'm speaking quickly, but I also dance partied a little bit earlier, so I'm trying to make up time. These are the 2 areas in my life that I've personally changed so much in because of Beachbody that I had to talk about them. Growing up, I have been a people pleaser. I was afraid to step out of the box. I was afraid to make waves, to swerve from the checklist. I was given this checklist that society believed that I was to do, and I was hardcore invested in checking that bad boy off as fast as possible. Like, I wanted to be the winner of life, and I don't even know what that was. But I was given a plan, and I wanted to follow it just to make everyone around me happy. I didn't even know what I wanted. But when I started Beachbody, it brought this community of people into my life who lived outside their comfort zone. They were doing things that amazed me, and not because like they were some superstar. They were like I don't know, going on a trip every year just because they wanted to, or they were happy with their bodies and they, were just confident in themselves and that energy radiated. And I was like, oh my gosh, you mean I could make decisions for myself and for my own future family, and I could open my mouth and speak without worrying about what I can do that now, but I wasn't always that way. And I mean, I just got to work hard for whatever I wanted and I can make it happen. And so with all this new skill, what I really want to do in the future is to help other people like me, those 20-something girls that don't know what to do with their lives, maybe because they never dreamed, just to see the opportunities that are out there. And the last thing that's really changed for me is my physical fitness. I was an athlete all through high school. I would say I was pretty good. I don't actually know if I was any good, but I loved sports. I love sports. And that was the way that I stayed healthy. And when I retired after high school, I did not like going to the gym. So I just kept up like the athlete-esque when I was actually like in my apartment eating junk food and watching Netflix and taking naps. And I gained about 40 pounds after high school. And yeah, that was scary. And so with Beachbody, I really just recommitted and learned to love like moving my body. I've lost 30 pounds over the last 3 years. I've learned to like be competitive with myself rather than in sports. And I've learned to just love food, like really good food, healthy food, but also donuts and chips. And so long term, I just want my body to stay healthy. I've recently recovered from a concussion, an injury that I never expected to have, and it was hard, but it would have been so much harder if I wasn't already healthy. And so I just want to keep being healthy. I want to prepare my body for making babies because that's my next big goal. I don't know if Randy heard that or not. And I just want to be able to live my life healthy, right? I'm working my butt off to make like everything possible for me, and I just want to be as healthy as possible to make that happen. And so that is really how Beachbody has fit into my life and has changed my life, but all of us are different. And so I'm going to pass it over to Amber if she can unmute herself, and she's going to chat to you about her life.
Hey guys, my name's Amber. I just turned 30, dirty 30. I've always said the 30s are going to be the best years of my life, and I am hitting it. Dog mom with 2. You're probably seeing Enzo Benzo dancing with me. They are my life. I love to hike. That is why the husband and I are in the process of renovating a 40-foot Bluebird bus so we can travel. I'll be most likely doing the hiking while he is going to have a trailer with the race car and back. So Emily, I might see you at the track. And I work full-time at home. I am very fortunate to be able to work from home. The husband and I purchased a roofing company about 2 years ago. And that is where I found out that I am terrified of heights. I went to help on a job site one day, got up on the roof. I was like, no, I will see you at the office. You can hit me up, Em.
Thanks. Oh.
Cool. So I am a new coach. I just started in January. I honestly came into it with very little confidence, and I really was just in my mind setting myself up to fail. So January, February, I was just in that fearful area. Then come March, April, I was just like, you know what, screw this. Like, I'm pushing that fear aside and I'm gonna make something out of this. I'm gonna, like, I have passion for fitness. I always have been. I know the products work. I'm gonna go all in. I'm like, what's the worst that can happen? People might say no, like, we're gonna brush that off. That is okay. At least I made a new connection, or maybe an old one. Next one, dear. Cool. So like Emily, high school, my whole life, actually over 20 years, I spent my life in competitive sports. Once after high school that stopped, I had a massive void in my life, and I was forever grabbing outside sources trying to fill that void. Like, I was working 3 full-time jobs at one point, 16 to 20 hours a day, like just miserable, coming home crying constantly, just miserable. But I always had fitness. I always kept up with fitness, but I never had the nutrition to back it up. So I just, in my head, was like, oh, I can eat whatever the heck I want because I work out for maybe 45 minutes to an hour a day. And it came to the point where I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I was doing it for a vanity reason. But through a lot of personal development and inner work, I realized that that is not what it's about. Once I found Beachbody, I was able to have the tools and now as a coach be educated in the nutrition side of things and realize like, hey, nutrition is not important for your vanity looks. It's way more than that. It is about feeling good. It's about fueling your body properly. And that has just changed the game for me. Through a lot of work, I can talk about personal development forever and ever. But in the present moment, with a lot of help from outside sources, therapy, you guys, fitness, I now know that I am in control of my own life, that I am in control of filling my cup. I do not need these outside sources to fill that cup for me because I have the power to do that myself. And Beachbody has really helped me through that. It has helped me, break down the barriers that I always had for myself and just freaking, I feel like just bulldozing in and crushing it. So I'm hoping future-wise that I'm going to continue on this path. I want to give an opportunity to other folks to help find their light through nutrition, through fitness, or even just being able to share my own personal story. And of course, for financial reasons, I would love, for this to be able to support our travel in the future. I think that would be fantastic. It's something I can take with me on the bus. I just need a set of weights. I need some internet. So in my dreams, I'm hoping that once we're traveling North America in our little bus, that I'll be able to get a good team behind me through that. So yeah, that's me. That's my journey.
Hey guys, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us here. I am Mercedes. I, as you can see here, am a registered interior designer, but I haven't actually worked in that field for a couple of years now since I had my second baby. Well, actually, that's not true. I did some contract work after I started after I had Eleanor, and I was like, I need to go back to work. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I can't have children and do all these things. And so I stopped doing that. And that's what really led me to coaching, actually. I had started with Beachbody just to like lose my baby weight after my second baby. Little did I really know, like I knew I was angry, like I was resentful. I just was like so lonely and isolated as a mom who had just moved, that I had nothing, like I had nobody to really lean on. And then I found this community and I just jumped in, and I started to really just like feel that the love and support from the people that I was surrounding myself each and every day, even if it was just on the computer. It just made me feel like it started to fill my cup. And then obviously it started to make me feel really good once I started to do the work for myself. Having young kids and a husband that worked a lot of hours, that's when I just decided to let go of my career. And my husband was absolutely not supportive. I have built my coaching business without his support, which is kind of, you'll hear a lot of people. I don't know if there's a lot of people that actually do that, but that was the place where I was at. And so I just decided to keep going strong. And so you'll see for me, like he's a lot older than I am. And so I've always been financially dependent on him since we've had kids and all that kind of stuff. So we like to travel and we like to do, we like to take our kids places and do all those family vacations and stuff. So I like with him working so much and, me trying to do my career, it was just like, I can't do all of this. So coaching, came at a perfect time for me. And, oh, I think I hear somebody on there. Sorry. Yeah. So that's kind of a little bit about me and how I got started with Beachbody. I'm getting some feedback. Does anybody else hear that? Yeah, I needed to really work on myself, and I'm just hearing, can you hear that? Or is that just me?
No, I'm trying.
No. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so we love to travel and we love, oh, anyways, okay. And a little bit more about me. So since joining, actually, you can go to the next slide. I'm sorry, guys, I'm all over the place. Okay. So yeah, when I started my journey, I actually signed up as a coach and I had no idea what that meant. I joined for a discount. I wanted to save some money because I wasn't working, because I'm, a stay-at-home mom and was financially dependent on my husband. And I ended up actually returning my first bag of shakes. Like I literally signed up and was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna return that. So that's part of my story. And once I tried it again, I was like, this stuff makes me feel so good. So I kept at it and slowly, without my husband's support, have just built very slow. Hi, as of course my daughter comes in as a stay-at-home mom. So you'll see that, here and there I've been kind of part-time just building my business. And now I've this year kind of committed to a bit more time as my daughter's gotten older, to be able to put a little bit more time into this business. So next slide. I think I shared already a little bit about my past feeling. I was like lonely and angry and resentful. I didn't really want to work on myself because I just didn't have time. Like I think that's a lot of moms' problems when, they have young kids. They feel like there's no time, and I was suffering from some postpartum depression and I just didn't know how to get out of that. And yeah, I had really low self-worth, and that financial dependency really kept me stuck. So since joining, I have totally found these people that have supported me through all of these low times in my life over the last couple of years. And now I really wake up every single day with more positive attitude, wanting to, feel better so that I can make them feel better. Yeah, just one second. Sorry, guys. This is totally real life right here. But yeah, and then for my future, I want to be able to build a space for other moms to be able to feel like they're thriving and not just feeling lonely and sad. One sec. Okay, I'll get you an apple in a sec. Just a sec. And then yeah, I'm growing this business for myself, for my own financial independence, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it will take me, because I am ready to grow and level up and bring some other women along for the ride with me. So that's me. And Ellie. You say hi? Can you wave?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Unmute. I forgot I was on mute for a minute. Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah Lynn, and I am a full-time working mama. I am the mom of 2 boys who are actually both currently 2 years old right now until June. So I have 2 toddlers. My youngest just turned 2 last month, and my oldest turns 3 in June. So they are 10 months apart, if you can do the math quickly. So my days are crazy and wild, and that's it. They're crazy and wild. And they're super busy and jam-packed, but it's totally worth it all around. So I went back to work full-time last summer. I took on a new job as a sport manager for the 2020 North American Indigenous Games, which were set to happen this summer in Halifax. And it was to be the largest sporting event Halifax has ever seen, which is wild. I can't even believe I'm a part of this. But with the COVID stuff, it is currently canceled, and we're looking to postpone it till next summer. So my job could be finished this summer. It could be finished next summer. It could be finished summers in between, which is scary, but that's just how it is. So that means that I'm building a business on the side to help me once this contract job for the games is finished. Other than working, I love traveling. I traveled a lot before babies, and it is my favorite thing to do. So something that's really nice about this coaching gig is that you can also travel and what's the word I'm trying to, and achieve travel incentives and trips. And we were actually, again, we were supposed to go on a trip a few months ago, and that was canceled due to the pandemic, which we're really sad about, but I'm working hard to earn the trip for next year, which I'm super excited about. And I know all of these ladies will be here with us, and we hope that some of you will be with us too, because it's totally possible. Also, similar to Emily, I call myself, I don't know if it's a thing, I call myself an outgoing introvert. So that means I'm a total introvert, but I can be outgoing when I want to be or when I need to be, kind of like now, but it takes a lot of energy. And so after this, I will definitely need to like debrief with myself and like just have some quiet time and, you know, have my own time to myself. So I'm a coach, but I'm very much an introvert, and like I like that. Next slide, please. So I started coaching in 2017, and for the first few years, I kind of dabbled in it, actually similar to Emily, and I kind of just dabbled in it, and it was a bit of a hobby for me, and I didn't necessarily think of it as a business. And then circumstances changed, and as I continued to follow fellow coaches, I started to see what was possible. And so I've kind of changed my mindset about this, and I've really kind of stopped doing it as, you know, just something to do. And I've started to really treat it as a business. So once I started doing that, my income like totally exploded. So in 2018, I had $17 for the whole month. In 2019, I had 321. And last month was my best coaching month yet. I helped the most people. And by doing that, I was rewarded financially, which is like blows my mind. It's like a double win. You help people and then, but you get paid for it too. Like what? So that's amazing. So yeah, last month I made $1,300, which was amazing. And so that's kind of been my income progression, and I'm looking to keep pushing that, because that's the thing with this business, is that you can push it as far and as high as you want. It's crazy. Okay, next slide. So this is kind of a snapshot of me and like how coaching has impacted me. So in the past, I didn't really see the value in investing in myself. And to be like honest, I kind of turned my nose up to personal development because I kind of felt like I was okay. I didn't need it. It wasn't a thing that I had to do. And maybe I felt like it was only for like the broken or the struggling. I kind of had that stigma, I guess, with me. But now, fast forward to now, and I absolutely love it. Like, I listen to audiobooks all the time because I don't really have the time anymore to sit down and like read a nice book. So I listen to it when I'm doing chores. I listen to it on my like hour and 50-minute drive to work and back. I find ways to fit it in, and I absolutely love it. And now I realize like how important it is to first fill my cup so that I can help to fill others. So I love it, and it helps me so much. So moving forward with this, you know, now that I understand that it's not used to necessarily fix things. It's used to establish a foundation for yourself so that you're able to build yourself up. I want to continue to do that, but also to share that with others. I think that's so important, and I can't believe I went the majority of my life not doing it. So that's one huge thing for me. So the other huge thing is that, so in the past, I've never really saw the importance of building financial freedom for me. Like that wasn't a thing that I thought of. You know, I just lived paycheck to paycheck. And I was happy with just covering just enough, just covering my bills, covering a little bit of fun, and I was happy until the next paycheck. So now kind of that I'm into coaching and I'm seeing all these other coaches and like what's possible. It's really opened my eyes to being able to create dreams for myself, for my family, and to really start to think big, to think bigger. And I'm really using this coaching gig right now as a side hustle to start paving the way for that. I'm super excited for that. And like I said, my contract with my current job is going to be up soon. So I want coaching to be my main thing. That's what I'm going to transition to. So I guess that takes me to the future. I really want to be able to provide for my family, provide for myself on my own terms. Like right now, back when we used to go to the office a few months ago, my days were crazy busy. I would start at 5, before 5, I would get ready, I would rush, I would go to work, I would have the longest days. I would rush home to work, like I would rush home from work, sometimes catch the babies before they went to bed. Like it was really tough and I'm emotional. It was super tough. And like, to be honest, this pandemic has allowed me to be home with them and make me realize that I miss that so much. And so when my job that I love right now is over, I'm going to use coaching to transition myself to be able to stay home, to have that financial freedom and that flexibility to spend my time the way I want and to choose my own work hours and to build a future for us with this, because I love it. And it's totally worth it. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you, and I really hope you enjoyed it. And I think Emily is ready to wrap it up for us.
Oh, am I? I didn't know I was wrapping it up. I don't think we need to wrap up yet. We have like 10 minutes, 9 minutes and 30 seconds.
You did great.
I am thinking if anyone has any questions or would like us to talk about anything else, or want to tell us something fun they did today, or do we want to have another dance party? No nods. Okay, I'll cut the dance party.
Someone has a question. Who's got a question?
Okay, let me think. Or we could just talk about fun things. Who has a dog here?
Like explain how you sign up or what's entailed with all of that.
Kayla. Okay, so if you leave this call thinking, hot damn, I want to be with these girls tomorrow, they're awesome, which obviously we are, right? Just reach out to whoever you got invited by. So our main goal tonight was just to get you really a deep dive into what it feels like and what personally changes for you as a coach. We didn't dive into, the income, the compensation plan, or the different ways to get started. We really wanted to have that conversation with the coach that invited you. So there's a couple different options. Reach out to your coach, but typically you start by doing your own journey first, and which is something I love about Beachbody. I don't know about anyone else, but literally the first thing that is told to you is to make your life better, which could mean, learning how to work out, learning how to become a healthier eater, learning how to change your mindset, and just, starting your own journey with, the Beachbody workouts or the challenge pack, and focus on you first. So if you are interested in signing up as a coach, there's a couple different ways. There's challenge packs. There's, awesome deals going on this month, by the way. Some really I wish I was starting as a coach right now. It's insane. But definitely just reach out to the coach you're talking to. But my favorite part is you basically have a business startup fee included in the pack that starts your own journey. So starting a business is free. If you were to sign up as my client today versus my coach today, you would pay the exact same thing. You're starting a business for free. That's all I have to say about that. Very exciting stuff. Mind blown. I need that little gif popping out of my ear, the guy that blows his mind. Yeah. Okay. We have 7 minutes, guys. Anyone else want to chat?
Anyone else?
Little unmute button. Is it Ellie? Is Ellie coming back?
Yeah, it is. Oh, can you hear me? Am I off? Am I not?
Right, I love it.
We hear you. Do you want to talk about different ways that coaches make money? I know you love the money talk.
I do love the money talk. I wasn't prepared for it, but I can pull it out. Okay, so I have 6 minutes though. That's not much. There's like, let's say 3 to 5 ways. We'll see how many I come up with right now. The main way that you start making money as a coach through Beachbody is, like I said, becoming a product of the product, making yourself, the healthiest version of yourself, getting your own results in whatever way you feel you need to change, and sharing about that. And as you help other people get started with the same resources you're using, you earn a 25% commission on anyone that you help get started. And when people like freak out talking about commission, we're providing a service. You are like the ultimate cheerleader, resource guide. You provide all the things that they need to get started, and you're like the ultimate accountability partner. So you're providing a service, which means you earn a commission. That is how you make most of your money starting off. It's 25% commission. The awesome back end building of this business is growing a team. Like my squad here, per se. You grow a community of girls. Like, we actually like each other. Like, we talk to each other every day. We love each other. This is not like some weird thing where you get stuck with people that you don't actually like. You get to choose the people that grow this business with you, and you get to hang out every day. And as you grow a business, you become earning something called team volume. So basically, as a team, as you help people and you each grow your team, you end up getting these team volume bonuses. These can grow into like the thousands, the 10, 20,000. I don't know how to up that number thing. But as you grow your team, it opens the doors for all of you to make more money. So let's say I have coaches on my team. I'm able to share my success with them, and they share their success with me. And as a team, we cycle in a circle, and we earn team volume bonuses. So that will very quickly, as you build a team, weigh your commission like tenfold. So it's a really great way to build a community, because that can be a really big chunk of a paycheck if that's something that you want. Other ways that we earn income, like somebody said, Sarah Lynn, we can earn free trips. A lot of us were going down to the DR in April. We just had to pay for our flights down there. We were at a 5-star resort, Hard Rock Cafe. I've never gone to one. That was my first one. They apparently do like full out amazing, like you would never have that experience at that resort otherwise, but because Beachbody was there, it's insane. And so you can earn free trips. You can earn a free ticket to the first yearly conference. T-shirts. I have like Beachopoly somewhere. It's like Monopoly games. Anything under the sun, like Snuggies. They're giving out Snuggies this year. Is that what they're called? Those things with the sleeves, the blanket. I want one of those. But anyways, and the final way you can earn money is through bonuses. So once you hit a certain rank in the business, you can earn quarterly bonuses. It's basically just Beachbody saying, wow, you're really good at this. You are a great leader. You're helping other people. Like, be awesome. Here's a bonus for doing great things. And so once you get to a certain rank in the business, that really unlocks an awesome earning potential for you. And so those are the ways that you can earn money that I can think of right now. I think I pretty much got it. And again, like we all said, I started working the business maybe 5 hours a week. On some weeks, exam week, 0 hours a week. I was in school. I wanted to make enough money to drive home on the weekends to visit my family. And so I worked 5 hours a day. I'm like up to, I'd say closer to like 15 or 20 hours a week now, but that's because I want my income to mirror that. I am going for bigger and better things than what I had before. And the amount of work that I'm putting into it changes that. So wherever you want to lay, it's not like me saying, okay, so all of my coaches make this much money, let's get you to do that. You get to tell me or whoever else is your coach what you want out of this business, and then we help you get that. It doesn't matter what you want. You can want anything, and it can happen for you. And so that's why you cannot get kicked out of Beachbody for not making money. There's no like quota. You get to do whatever you want as long as you pay your business fee every month. So, you know what I mean? And so that's what I really enjoy about this business. I have less than a minute. I think we're good. If anyone wants to take a picture and tag your coach friends who invited you, we love sharing on social media. If you haven't noticed, that's kind of our job. Otherwise, I'm so glad you guys were here. Where are we from? I'm from Nova Scotia. Rawdon, Sarah Lynn's from Nova Scotia, Mercedes is from BC, and Amber is from PEI, if I'm not mistaken. I'm screaming and hollering because it's less than a minute and I don't want to get cut off. Okay, thanks for coming, guys. I love you all. Have a great night. Bye.